welcome to Inspiration, Influence, and Income. I'm your host, Danielle Winningham, and we're presenting to you a special, very, very special, in the blaq webinar. And the purpose of this webinar is designed to keep your business functioning in the blaq. What does in the blaq you mean? That means your business is profitable. If your business is in the red, that means you're spending more money than you're making. And actually, if you're just making it, that means you're spending more money than you're making. So tonight, we have some special guests because, of course, the theme of this in the blaq series was revenue, reach, and residual. And revenue is all about how much money are you going to generate. Reach is the more people you touch, and that's the law of compensation. The law of compensation is that the more people you touch, the more money you make. You look at Bill Gates, he's a billionaire. Why? Because his product touches millions of people. You look at the late, great Steve Jobs, and he created the iconic Apple. And Apple is a billion-dollar company. Why? Because billions of people utilize Apple. You look at Michael Jordan and the whole Team Jordan and the Nike phenomenon. Why is it a billion-dollar corporation? Because millions of people buy it. And so as you expand your reach, you also expand your capacity for generating revenue. But who wants to work forever? Whether it's for yourself or for someone else, you don't want to work forever. And that's where the residual comes in. Each and every one of us has to be creating products and services that will pay us long beyond our working hours. If you look at Zig Ziglar, he created intellectual property. His kids are still utilizing that property to generate revenue. You look at the late Dr. Miles Monroe. You look at Dale Carnegie. The Dale Carnegie Institute still exists, and Dale Carnegie is long gone. Napoleon Hill, still generating revenue. And so the blaq code is about putting you in a place where you can not only create products and services that will feed your family now, but as the word says, a wise man leaves an inheritance for his children's children. So if you haven't shared this video, make sure you do. If you haven't registered to receive these replays, make sure you scurry, run, hurry. Like Martin said, if you can't fly, then run. If you can't run, then walk. And if you can't walk, then crawl over to bit.ly/blaq webinar. I don't know why you wouldn't want or need these replays to be able to fuel you for the months and the years to come as things in this whole entrepreneurial stratosphere continue to shift and put different people and different players on top. You've got to make sure you have the knowledge you need to make the shift. And this webinar has showed you it's a bunch of knowledge out there. You got to make sure you got your basket and you're picking up the knowledge you need. Just a reminder, the blaq code starts November 9th. I've had an outcry from so many of you saying, Coach, is this for me? I'm ready. Let me in. I can play. Schedule your time. If you're not sure if the blaq code is for you after all of this, go to bit.ly/call-with-coach and schedule your discovery call with me so we can make sure we got you in the right program. But I can tell you, if you've been following, if you've been listening, you know it's for you. You got to ask yourself, how much longer am I going to sit in this space where I'm not rising up to my greatness? So if you're watching, make sure you share the video. It's going to be an amazing night. Continue to share. Text your peeps. Tell them get here. And by all means, make sure you have your pens and paper and that you're taking copious notes. And with that, I'm going to turn it over to our hostess with the mostest, Alta V. Spelzer.
So it has been nothing but lit for the last 2 days. Like if you missed it, I don't know, you were under a rock, or you was at that job. I'm your hype man. You was under a rock or you was at that job. We sorry, but you missed some great information. And in order for you to get that information, bit.ly/BLAQ webinar is how you get the replays. But not only do you get the replays, listen, y'all heard Nikki talk about it earlier. Y'all know Steve was That's our brother from another mother. Steve had freebies for y'all, but you get the freebies when you get the replays, so you gotta register. So bit.ly/BLAQ webinar. Now, I'm about to introduce my fits and giggles. You know, a lot of times when we think about social media, we think I'm gonna post a meme, I'm gonna post a picture, or the major culprits will post and tag 99 people on their friends list and think that's how I market to people.
You gonna get me started? Don't start me.
So, social media is more than just a social platform. It is a business platform as well. But you gotta know how to do business on that platform. And so that is where a social media strategist comes into play. Because, please.
We got 51 people watching, 55 people watching. I want to shout out to the people who have shared, because they get it. I mean, if you sitting here getting it, if you riding around getting it, you need to let other people get it. So Candice, of course, you shared. Angelia, thank you for sharing. Altavisa, of course, you shared. D. Morris, thanks for sharing. Katrina Henderson, thanks for sharing. Stacy Franklin, thanks for sharing. Hope Lumpkin, thanks for sharing. Erica Lofton, thanks for sharing. Janie Smith, thanks for sharing. I'm going to pause for the cause. How bad do you want this? This is free. Katina said I shared 3 times. Okay, boo. This is free. And when people go out of their way to provide you with a free product or service, don't treat it like it's free. Or the next time, it may show up with a price tag on it. You guys have received a couple of days of amazing information. Don't you think you owe it to your neighbor, your friend, your cohorts and henchmen to simply click on that button on Facebook that says share? So I just wanted to pause for the cause, because it's some real stuff going on here. Stuff you don't see every day, and that's called sisterhood, camaraderie, collaborations, partnership. I'm bringing you cats that's already out there doing it. And you get an opportunity to sit with them and hear from them and learn from them for free. Do not take that lightly. Don't do it. So hit that share button. All right, Autovis.
Not a problem. So definitely want to share, because guess what? Somebody shared this with you in order for you to be here. So if somebody shared it with you for you to be here, shouldn't you just pass that along and share it so that way the next person can get in on this great information? I think you should. And not only share, but share and put the link when you share, bit.ly/BLAQ webinar into the comment. Because guess what? They're going to want these free plays as well as the freebies like we talked about. But like I said, when it comes to social media, we think, oh my goodness, I'm going to put out a link and everybody's going to buy my stuff. Because I am just the best. I'm the best author there ever was. Or we're in the inbox, we're in Messenger, like, hey, you know you need to lose some inches.
Oh my gosh. Don't start my rant. Please don't.
And the reason why I'm doing that is because when you talk to a social media strategist, and she is $1 million social media strategist, the things that she gives you in class, the things that she gives you as your coach, she puts you in the position to make millions, because she's not allowing you to be that person, that tagger, that messenger person.
That lost one.
Yeah. And who is she? She is teaching you how to kiss it. Keep it simple social media. I love it. I love it. So, hey, Candice.
Hi, Otolise.
Tell them what you got, sis.
Hello to everyone that's watching. And I just want to take this time to thank Danielle. Thank you so much for coaching me, for being there for me. Like, you are really a beacon of light, and I'm very, very thankful that you allowed me the opportunity to speak on your platform. And I'm wishing you nothing but increased success, because you're already successful with this Black Hole launch. It's already a donkey. It's already crazy. We're not even halfway through it. But I'm wishing you increased success on your Black Hole launch. And I advise everyone to at least schedule a call with Danielle. You never know if you are nothing more than a conversation away from your next $1 million idea. And if you have an idea that can help people, that can elevate people, speak to Danielle. She knows how to guide you, to help you build upon that, so that it's not sitting there as an idea. It doesn't just sit in your head and die. It flourishes, it grows, and it expands. And it also makes you money. I mean, win-win? No? Okay. So, second, what I want to do is I want to thank Otolise for being the most amazing telesummit host ever. As you heard, we call each other sisters and giggles because we just love to work and have fun. We love what we do, and this could have never happened without her being behind the scenes, getting this amazing lineup together, making sure things run smoothly. I really do appreciate you as well. And if you guys are looking to host some telesummits of your own, reach out to Otolise. She does this blindfolded. So make sure that you reach out. And then I'm going to introduce myself. So my name is Candice Townsend. I'm hired to simplify social media for new business owners because I believe that social media shouldn't be a roadblock in your business development. I provide business owners with social media strategy via classes, one-on-one strategies, webinars, and much more. And my desire is to help those who have a voice and a mission successfully leverage social media for their business to generate revenue. That's why we are here. We're not just jumping on social media to say, hi, love me, hug me, pay attention to me. No, you are a business owner. You are an influencer. You want to help people, but for you to help more people, for you to get to the people that may not be able to see you, you have to invest a bit. And if you're going to invest, you're going to need to generate some revenue. We don't want to be brokepreneurs. So, with that being said, we're going to get into this social media stuff. So I know you guys are sitting at home, and I'm pretty sure I can't see your hands go up on this. But how many of you just have this negative idea about social media? You guys are just out there and you're just like, I can't deal with it. I don't get it. It's too many platforms. I got to spend too much time. You just have all these negative things. You can raise your hand and be truthful with yourself. It's okay. This is a safe space. Danielle might side-eye you, okay? She be like, I don't know what y'all talking about. But it's a safe space right now with me. You can admit it to me, okay? I'm not going to jump on you. But what I am going to do is that I'm going to urge you to seek knowledge. That's why you came here in the first place. You wanted to know more about In the Blaq and what we as the experts have to provide you, or what we have to present to you to let you know that you can make it. But you needed the knowledge first. I congratulate you for signing up for this because that was a bold move right then and there. And I congratulate you even more if you invited a friend and you invited another friend. I congratulate you because you sought out the information. You sought out the knowledge. One thing that we all have in common on this platform, because we have cooks, we have strategists, we have brand builders. We have so many different people on this platform that spoke throughout these past 2 days. One thing that we all have in common is online entrepreneurship. successful online entrepreneurship. Let me make sure, because some people, they are online entrepreneurs, but they're not successful. And I'm not trying to throw shade. I'm just being honest. This is real. This is real. Okay. So what makes us the experts is that we sat down and we compiled statistics. We read endless books. We went through various trainings. We went through our trials. We went through our errors. It was an investment that we made in the knowledge so that we can turn around and help people like yourself. It makes no sense that you're an entrepreneur or you're an influencer and you're just failing around in the air. You don't. That doesn't make any type of sense. You're not helping anybody. You're hurting yourself. And you're not presenting yourself in the best light for people to want to invest in you, to want to do business with you, to know, like, and trust you. So the first part of social media success and how to keep your social media in the green is to invest in the knowledge. If you don't want to read the books, if you don't want to go through the trainings, if you don't have the time, then invest in someone who can lead you on the path to that success. That's why I hired coach. That's why OTV's hired coach. That's why we keep the wise counsel that we have around us. We invest in the knowledge that we need in order to succeed. And that's what you need to do as of today. You've already done the first step. You signed up for this. Congratulations. But are you going to take it a step further? Are you going to invest your money into your success? With a person? It may not be me. It may not be OTV's. But are you going to invest in someone who can bring you to the next level? So that's the first part. That's how you keep your social media in green. It's just knowledge off the rip. Just get it. Get it, please. Now, throughout the Seller Summit, you've seen all these experts, and you're wondering, well, how do they just talk? How do they make this so easy? You know why? Because we have conversations daily. That's the second point. To keep your social media in the green, have a conversation. There are 2.5 billion global social media users with 1 million new active social media users each day. Find somebody to talk to. Seriously, find somebody to talk to. And make sure that somebody that you're talking to is someone who wants to hear what you have to say. Now, that deals with targeting. We're going to get with that a little bit further. But just marinate on the fact that you have so many people to have a conversation with. And some of you are having these conversations, but you don't know what to say. You don't know how to close a deal. You don't even know if they're interested. Start the conversation off right. Confidence is going to come. Some of you are saying, I'm scared to have a conversation. I don't want to be rejected on social media. I don't want to look like a fool. You have that fear. Confidence is not going to come from you assuming the role of being an expert. It comes from you submerging yourself in what you do and loving what you do. And when you submerge yourself in what you do, that goes back to my first point. You submerge yourself in the knowledge of that industry, of what fuels your passion. And when you love what you do, talking about it becomes easy as breathing. This then allows you to create constructive conversations that will produce results that will benefit your overall goal. Because when you're on social media, you have to have a goal. There's no reason for you to be on social media and say, I'm just here. I just showed up. No, you should have a goal. Why are you showing up? But we'll get into that later. I want you guys to challenge yourself. Challenge yourself as of tonight. I'm giving you a tactic right now. I hope you, where your pen, look, pens and papers. Look, okay? Get them up right now. I want you guys to go inside of your inbox. No, we're not going to inbox hustle. That's not what we're about to do. No. not that part. What we're going to do is we're going to accept 5 new people to your page. And every time that you accept a new person to your page now, you notice that you are connected by Messenger. Jump inside that inbox and ask them what made them want to reach out and connect with you. The results are going to be alarming, because what's going to happen is that they're going to tell you while they're there. There's no guesswork. There's no rejection. There's no none of that. Either they're going to respond or they're not going to respond. But you're creating a conversation, and you're creating it with a purpose to find out who's behind that profile, who's that other person that's seeking you out. Every day that you go by and you don't have at least 5, 10, listen, Coach has at least 20, 30 conversations, maybe even more a day, so that she can identify who needs her. If you're not there, you're not present, and you're not creating that conversation, how will you know that they need you? How would you know what to offer them? How would you know? Stop being afraid to create that conversation. It's costing you money. There are people reaching out to you day in and day out that need you, want to do business with you, and all they are is a conversation away. So you guys, some of you guys could, hit me up and let me know how that goes. Let me know, but I challenge you to reach out to 5 people tonight. If you can't do it tonight, do it tomorrow. And see what the results are. So our next little point that we're going to get into, because this comes out, you're doing this conversation, you're like, okay, Candice, I've started this conversation. What am I supposed to do next? Well, if you're in business, you should already know your target. And more than likely, you're going to run into your target. But if you have no absolute clue who this person is, what they look like, what are the trigger words, what are the pain points, what are the pleasure, if you don't know these things and you are currently in business, you need to get you a coach now. And we have a lovely one who's hosting the Summer Summit. It's Danielle. You need to get into the blaq code so you can build, launch, and then quit. And the quit for me is quit the foolishness on social media. Quit it. You guys are inbox hustling. I had a situation this morning. No, seriously, guys, I had a situation this morning where I was invited into a chat where it was roughly about 8 or 9 people in this chat, and this woman was trying to promote something. You guys have all been there where you get just thrown into this group chat via Messenger, and you hear the ping, 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 and you're like, what is going on? Do you guys know that it turned from her trying to pimp her product into a complete and utter Bible session? It went from 0 to 100 real quick. And I'm not against you spreading the word or nothing. But that just shows me that you do not know what you are doing on social media. And you're just shooting blanks all over the place. And you're ruining your reputation like that. Every time someone see you in their inbox, hey, try my skinny tea. I see that you have a little bounty. It makes me just want to block you. I might have tried your skinny tea if we had a real conversation and I thought it benefited me. But what you did was you instantly assumed that I wanted what you had to offer. And you didn't even know whether I was your target or not. You just shot in the dark. I don't want you guys to shoot in the dark anymore. So one of the ways that you guys can stop that from happening is do research. What problems do your target audience have? What problems do your products solve for them? What are they stuck with currently in their day-to-day lives that you can help them with? What groups? What are the groups that you can find people who need your products or services? Answer some of these questions. Find out more about who you are targeting. Likes, dislikes, where they hang out, what's going to be the top 3 things that they can achieve once you are able to help them and guide them towards success in whatever that it may be. Do your research. Don't just jump online and jump in the game and think that you're going to make money. Don't think that you're going to just sit there and smile and people are going to throw dollars at you. It's not going to happen. You got to do the work. You could go talk on to me. You could come on and you know I am. I'm a free one.
I was going to say the only place that you can smile and people throw dollars at you is the butt naked, but you got to be, you got to take your clothes off. You got to, you got to take your clothes off. Only place that you can go smile and people are going to just throw money at you is the bucket naked. And you must take your clothes off. And to be honest with you, the bucket naked is not suitable for everybody. It's just not. It's not suitable for me. Me and that pole, I don't know what the capacity is. And so I'm not going to be able to do it. Everybody has something, though, that you're going to be able to present to the world via social media. You just need help figuring out how. Yeah. If you haven't shared the broadcast, just a pause for the cause. Share the broadcast. I'm just letting you know. This is, everybody's talking about women's empowerment. Man, you get your empowerment through finances. When you get your money right, you have power. Can anybody say amen to that? There is no women's empowerment without women's financial peace. There is no women's empowerment without women's financial freedom. You can't be hollering I'm empowered and your bank account ain't. Once you get your bank account empowered, you're empowered to make different decisions, to leave your job if that's not what you want to do, to travel the country if that's what you want to do things like send your kids to college and them not walk away with student loans. So the empowerment starts when you get your money right. I'm just a quick commercial. And for too long, we've played sideline. You've played side chick with the money. You've let the money be your side chick. You've not let the money be your main squeeze. You've robbed Peter to pay Paul. You've put on ski mask and held armed robberies with yourself, stealing money from yourself to do for yourself. And it's just time out for that. And that's what this whole summit is about. Is about people that are tired of being in the red and say, I see everybody else getting this guap on social media. I know you've watched me go from 300 followers to over 150,000 followers online. So surely I can teach you something about a little piece of social media. A little slice. So don't keep watching everybody else get paid on social media while you sit there in the dark. Don't do it. So I just digress. If you're on social media right now and you're not generating revenue on social media, you might well get you some flyers and start walking through the neighborhood, knocking on doors, because why are you there if you're not generating revenue? In the blaq means I'm going to question every step I take to make sure it's profitable. And if it's not profitable, then I'm going to do something different. The definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over, expecting different results. And so if you're showing up every single day, and again, if you've not shared this broadcast, because I'm finna go back through the names in a minute and see who shared. If you're showing up every day on social media and you're not generating revenue, and you see people literally generating millions, Darius, millions. I'm turning the corner to my first million. Guys, people generating real money on social media. And it's not because we're special. It's because we know the strategies, we know the tactics, and we execute them. So again, if you haven't shared the video, share the video. But yeah, you can't just show up on social media and smile and think somebody gonna throw you dollars. That's the strip club. I'm gone.
So, we appreciate the word and the imagery. So that leads me to my next point, is knowing your next move.
And Lachelle, this is Business Church, for those of you who didn't know. And let the Business Church say.
Pastor, put the collection.
Amen.
Around. Let's collect some dollars. Okay, so know your next move. See, when you know your next move in business, you know your next move on social media. Social media is normally used as a platform for you to announce upcoming products, services, events to people that you want to engage and invest in these items. So when you have a detailed marketing calendar, that means a business strategy. That means you know that tomorrow you're going to launch this webinar, and then Friday you're going to launch a new book. Then 2 weeks later, when you have this in place, what ends up happening is that it makes it easier for you to jump on social media and create content around that. It makes it easier. You guys are sitting around and you're saying, I don't know what. The reason why you're so lost is because you don't have no plan. And that's why I'm going to suggest, get yourself someone who can help you build that plan. And then if you still feel a little lost with your social media strategies and you're like, well, I don't know exactly how to wrap a promotion around this. I don't know how to engage my audience around this. I don't know how to, then you can get with me and we can work that out. But you're not going to go anywhere. You're never going to be successful on social media if you do not know your next move in your own business. Before you even touch social media, you should already have everything planned out, written down, designed. Because then whatever that you're trying to do is then going to basically coincide with your new social media goals. And there's a lot of you running around that you don't even have any social media goals. You just say, okay, I just want to show up. Okay, I just want to be here. Okay, I'm going to post this today, and then I'm going to not show up for the next 6 months. That's not going to work. That's inconsistency, which is going to be my last point to talk about. But please make sure that you understand that you have to have a plan. You have to have a rhyme and a reason. It's not going to sound right. It's not going to come off right. No one's going to grow to know, like, or trust you if you do not know your next move, if you don't have that plan in place. So ways that I will tell you to beat this is, of course, plan your marketing ahead. This saves you time, this saves you energy, this saves you stress, less guesswork. Adapt to the new online marketing strategies that not only align with your brand, but will also bring an increased amount of audience and increased bottom line. Make sure you're paying attention to the new things that are going on. And if you don't have the time to do so, or if you don't know where to seek that knowledge, you need to reach out to one of us that was on this telesummit. We all have knowledge that can help you within your business. And the queen of it all, the queen of monetization, is here. Y'all see her every day. She shows up and she shows out. When are you going to stop watching her and put some of these strategies in place for yourself? So the next thing is, how bad do you want it? How bad do you want to be successful? Ask yourself that. When I was researching a couple of things and I was preparing for this, I came across a quote that I wanted to share with you guys. And the quote was, inconsistent branding makes it harder for people to verify the authenticity, mouth drop, of your communications. In short, that means if you're here today and going tomorrow, no one cares about what you're talking about. No one's going to connect with that. No one's going to resonate with that. They're going to think you're a fraud, a phony, and I'm like, oh, yeah, whatever. Because you didn't give them a chance to even get used to you. You didn't give them a chance to know you. You didn't give a chance to like you. You didn't give them a chance. You just said, I'm here, okay? No, stop with the stop and go. Keep going. This is why you're in business in the first place, to show up, show out, and get paid for your expertise. How are you going to do that? By being inconsistent. If you're being inconsistent online and you're being inconsistent in your business, then your bank account is inconsistent. And you don't want that. You're not in business to have an inconsistent bank account, or worse, have a red bank account. You're here to provide a product, a service, a message for those who need you. And also monetize that, because you're worth it. But if you truly believe that, then you will understand why it's important for you to be consistent. And if you are unsure how to stay consistent on social media, then you need someone who's going to help you remain consistent on social media. Have someone show you how to become consistent on social media. Invest in that knowledge. Invest in that teaching. I know that look, I don't know how to deal with email marketing. That's not my thing. But I know that if I keep a consistent wave of communications with those who sign up for my mailing list, if I keep that consistent contact with those who are awaiting to hear more from me, that is going to increase my bottom line. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to invest in someone who knows how to do it. Either I'm going to have them teach me to it, or I'm going to have them do it for me. And that's what I'm going to suggest for you to do with your social media. Either you learn how to do it, or you have someone do it for you. You have a choice. Always remember you have a choice. And when you combine all the tips that I gave you guys tonight, you're going to slowly see an increase in your social media presence. You're going to see an increase in your bottom line, and it's going to be good, but you're still going to need more. Ways to stay consistent on social media, like I said, invest in knowledge. Knowing more means that you will have endless content. The more that you know, the more you can talk about, the more that you can teach, the more you can dive in, you get deeper and deeper. Create a schedule and stick to it. Danielle creates a schedule. She's up every morning at a certain time and goes to bed at a certain time. That's consistency. She shows up on social media at a certain time, and then if she ain't coming, she's like, all right, I'll catch y'all later, but I'm coming back. You know I'm coming, right? That's consistency. She wants to show up and show out for you guys because she cares about you. And that's how you have to show up on your social media. Do you really give a damn? Or are you just playing games? You laughing, I'm serious, you know.
Do you really give a damn?
It's being real. I know some of y'all might be like, oh my God, my ears, but it's just being real. There's a little bit of tough love from Candice. Some of y'all may not be used to this. Y'all used to me being bubbly. No, not today. Not today. So to wrap all of this up, I want you guys to go forward and get the notes. Because you know there's notes to this, right? There's homework. Yes, of course. You get notes and then you get to just communicate with me a little bit more. So hold on, please. Technical difficulties. bit.ly/speakgreen. You can get the notes for this session by heading to bit.ly/speakgreen. I channeled you, Danielle, with that little speak green. Anyway. And I want you guys to be successful on social media. I hope to see you on social media. Reach out to me. My handle is Candice Speaks with the number 1 behind it. You can find me on all platforms with that handle. You can jump in my inbox, say, hey, Candice, I want to schedule a session with you. I'm happy to work with you guys. And again, Danielle, just thank you. I love you.
So, guys, just to kind of reiterate what some of what Candice said, consistency has gotten me to where I am now. It got me to being a vice president at Chase. It got me to generating the level of revenue I do now. And it basically, social media freed me. If anybody were to ask me, what's the one thing that your business could not do without? I'm going to say social media. Right now, I have about 150,000 followers on social media. I'm blown away by it every day. Even if I look at some of you who are my clients or who have been my clients in the past, I'm blown away by the number of connections that you have just by coming through my program. When you said, damn, Candice, Robin covered her ears. By the way. So one thing we do in the Black Code is that's why it's called build. You got to build products and services. You just can't run out on those internet streets with what you have in your hand, because more than likely what you have in your hand is underpriced. So you've got to get your pricing infrastructure correct. You got to get your pricing right. That's number one. And we help you do that in the Black Code. Number two, you got to learn how to really launch a product or service. This webinar is part of my launch, and it's been lit. By the time this webinar is over, we would have had in excess of 50,000 plus eyes on this webinar. This webinar has been lit. And if you haven't signed up to get the replays, we had almost 20,000 eyes just on the webinar from last night. So if you haven't signed up to get the replays at bit.ly/blaq webinar, I don't know what you're waiting on. But I am the queen of the launch. I am the absolute queen of the launch. I do it all the time. You know what makes you queen? What makes you royalty is those things you do all the time. Repetition is the mother of all skill. So let me teach you how to skillfully launch your products and services. That's what the L for the Black Code is for. But that Q, y'all, that quit robbing Peter to pay Paul, that quit having to struggle to get people to buy your stuff, you know, it's priceless. It's priceless. And you got to get you a piece. You know, it's every day. It's people coming out of the bleachers talking about, Coach, I've been watching you 6 months, a year, 18 months. Let me in, Coach, I can play. And if you're not asking to be let in, then you're going to be left out. Go get you another coach. I dare you. I dare you to get one bad as me. They out there. And I tell you all the time, I'm happy if you sign up for coaching. Just stay in a coaching program. But I know me. I know the level of time, energy, and effort I invest into learning. And let me tell you what's about to happen in 2018. And if you haven't shared this video, share this video. There's about to be a technology shift. And everything you know to be true about social media right now is about to shift. Sade Adu talked about it last night. Darius talked about it. It's about to be a shift. You got to ask yourself, are you aligned in a community that is going to freely share information about the shift? Or are you going to be finding out about it second and third party? It's still people finding out about MailChimp. But if you in our community, you knew already. It's still people finding out about Wix and Weebly. But if you're in our community, you know already. There are just certain things that are taboo in the business industry. And you got to ask yourself, am I in a place where I'm aligned with that next level knowledge? Or am I sitting somewhere with someone who really don't want me to learn? Knowledge is your power. And I said the new women's empowerment is money. That's the new women's empowerment. So, you know, these trends, they're not friends with nobody. And here's what you got to ask yourself too. Because we say it all the time. We say that, and I said it to Nikki today, we're either all regular or all special. So if somebody else is doing it, why not you? Nikki says she's special. So that means we all special. So if Darius is making the level of revenue he is on social media, I'm making money on social media, Shay and Trevor, Nikki, Candice, Van, everybody you've seen, why not you? And it's because you don't possess that essential level of knowledge. And Alita said, I'm special. I know that's right. And you're not willing to do what it takes. And you got to ask yourself, Am I willing to listen to the teacher? If you show me a client of mine, I can show you where they didn't execute, or they didn't do 1, 2, and 3, and I did 1 through 6 to get where I am. I told you 1 through 6. So right now in the chat, I want you to answer the question, are you coachable? Meaning, if somebody tells you what you should be doing, you don't lean to your own. Even the Bible says, lean not to thine own understanding. In everything you get, in all of your seeking, in all of your getting, first get an understanding. You can't get clients on social media until you get an understanding as to how social media works. So are you coachable? Are you willing to sit down somewhere and let somebody teach you? Bop from coach to coach if you want to. Everybody has a different methodology. At some point, you got to spend some time in a coaching atmosphere. I was my coach for 4 years. With Portia for 4 years, never missed a payment. Brand strategy every month, never missed a payment. 4 years. It got me to where I am now. Some of y'all think 6 months, and if you're not where you want to be, you ready to move around. Let me know how it works for you. Let me know how it works for you. The more you invest, the more you're going to be willing and able to charge others. And that's some real stuff. You got to learn this grind. This grind ain't just given to you. It's not. That's the truth.
Definitely not. So let's see. I'll check to see if we had any questions for Candice, but I didn't see any in the comments. I saw a lot of...
They say they coachable. We're going to see, because coachable people are going to sign up for the Black Code. Coachable people are going to say, I need help. And this is the number one fault of women. We cannot open our mouths and form the words, I need help. We would rather go out of business. I read a statistic the other day that we are the number one new entrepreneurs. We lead the demographic as it relates to new entrepreneurs, but we stall at 40 grand. And we stall at 40 grand because we're not willing to invest tax deductible dollars in scaling. We don't know how to scale our business. The Black Code teaches you to scale. Because if you're a one-hit wonder or a one product magnifique, you're not going to make it long. And for all of you who use your hands, bakers and stylists and massage therapists, it's only a matter of time before you get tired. And you say, I don't want to use my hands anymore. So the Black Code is, in essence, your retirement plan. LaShaw says she had one. Scroll up. I still don't see it, LaShaw.
Yeah, can you repost it, LaShaw?
Because I'm looking far. I'm looking fair.
I was looking too.
So, guys, if you have any questions, go ahead and post them. We're getting ready to bring on our next guest. Again, this telesummit has been super crunk. So make sure you're inviting people. Make sure you're sharing if you haven't already. I see my boo Warren. Hey, Rearin. I see you, boo. How do you write distraction? I'll let you go first, Candice, and then I'll go.
Wait, you said how do you what?
That's what she wrote, but I'm sure she was saying, how do you combat distraction?
Focus. What matters more? You being distracted? You losing money? You leaving money on the table? You not helping the people that you need to help? Or the opposite? Goes back to, do you really want it? We spend hours, days, weeks grinding for what we want. We have no time to allow anything and anyone to distract us from what we want. If you really have a passion and a drive for whatever that you're going after, you're not going to allow that. And when you see somebody hogging up your time and they're not helping you make any money, they're not helping you create these strategies, they're not helping you invest in the knowledge that you need, they're not helping you on that road to success, let them go. That is something that I have been, and I'm going to be transparent, something that I was struggling with for quite some time. And it's still a battle. Because sometimes you get caught up in your family stuff, and sometimes you get caught up in your man. Daniel always says this. You get caught up. But what matters more? You being caught up in the foolishness, or you making the money so that you don't have to live the way that you've been living? So that you can afford the things that you want to afford. It's an ongoing thing. Trust me, y'all guys. Listen, let me tell you. As soon as I see some ColourPop sales pop up, that's a distraction. I love it so much, but it's a distraction. And I gotta admit, you gotta identify what is a distraction and what's taking you away from your greatness. So how bad do you really want it?
So, and I'll give you a practical tip. I hit social media every day with a to-do list. I don't just come on social media. Because if I do, I'm going to be watching grandmas twerking just like you. I'm going to be watching ghetto weddings just like you. I'm going to be watching little kids cussing just like you. I'm going to do everything you do because I'm human. I'm tired. I'm going to be watching it all day. If I hit social media with no to-do list, I'm in trouble. So everything I do, I'm deliberate. So I say, but when I get on social media, these are the 4 or 5 things I need to accomplish. And I give myself a timeline. And then not only that, guys, I think one of the bonuses, look it up for me, Alto V's, for the Black Code is my Time to Make Money series, which is a time management class. Time management is a learned behavior. You're going to get this in a minute, guys. Making money, a learned behavior. Charging your worth, a learned behavior. Time management, a learned behavior. So until you learn, and I'm a 2-time time management certified expert, until you learn the things that you can do to save you time, you're relegated to doing what everybody else does. Amisha said, yes, it is. I give away that time management workshop so then you can understand that 20% of what you do is going to generate 80% of your revenue. So as long as you make time to do the 20%, you don't get caught up in the weeds. You don't get lost in the minutia of doing things that are not important. And that's where a lot of us as women fall short, is we get caught up in everybody else's minutia. We get caught up in everybody else's struggles and stresses and problems, and we've not yet resolved our own. But a lot of the reason we do that is called deflection. We don't want to face our problems. We don't want to face that empty bank account. We don't want to have to think hard about why we're not birthing our gifts out into the world. And so we use saving everybody else as an alternative to saving ourselves. So I'm asking you with the Black Code, save yourself. Somebody asked, what's the difference between the 99 option and the 77 option? The easy answer is $22. But the hard answer is for $99 a week, $99 down, $99 a week. I show up every week with a presentation and teach you and then do a Q&A. The $77 option I put out there for women that said, Coach, I just can't make the stretch to 99. And I only show up every 3 weeks. It's a big difference. If that $22 is a stretch for you as a business owner, I suggest you rethink it. And you say, what can I do to generate $22 a week so I can see my coach every week? Because we do thorough Q&As. Everybody will tell you. We do thorough. My class is thorough. Y'all out here buying a whole bunch of videos, thinking that it's going to help you. Come on now. Don't do yourself like that. Don't do yourself like that. But this whole time management thing, it's a real thing. So number one is you got to hit social media with a to-do list. Number two, and I'm going to give you this one as a bonus. You got to set boundaries. You can no longer be the go-to. You can no longer be that PTO mom that cooks 100 cupcakes with 6 hours notice. You can't be her no more. You can no longer be that mom that leaves the house in the middle of the day because you left your cleats at home. You can no longer be her. And so everybody in your world, everybody around you, you got to have a heart-to-heart with them and say, look, I'm on a journey. I'm on a journey. Look, guys, I'm on a journey to be a billionaire. I don't know what your journey is. I don't know what your journey is. I have all confidence to say that as long as the Lord allows me to continue to bless the face of this planet, I'm on the journey to be a billionaire. I let everybody in my circle know that this is my journey. So if you wait to the last minute to call me for something, I don't care what it is, shame on you. I owe myself this. You owe yourself this. I've been underpaid for years. I've been undervalued for years. I've been left for dead, forgotten, written off for years. I'm coming for mine. It's my time. And so $99 down and $99 a week should not allow you for it to be your time. And if that means that the people you've been spoiling all their life have to sacrifice for a minute for you to get it, then that's what that means. And they need to understand that the same way you fuel their dreams forever, right now you finna fuel yours. And I'm unapologetic for it. Because when I'm 65, 70, who's going to be bringing me food if I can't hire somebody? Who's going to be cleaning my house if I... Them same folks you carrying on your back right now. But see, I'm a Scorpio. You know what they say? Scorpions say what they do with their children if they stay on their backs too long, they eat them. So the bottom line is you got to say to yourself, what am I willing to do to get to where I'm going? And if the people around you don't understand it, then they're not the people you need to be around. You got to have a conversation with everybody in your crew and say, you know those things you used to do? Mm-mm. 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 It's real, y'all.
Straight fire, coach. We still got 2 more presenters.
It's real, y'all.
Guys, if you haven't done so already, share out the broadcast. Why? Somebody somewhere needs this information. And if they haven't done so already, somebody somewhere needs to register to get the replays. bit.ly/BLAQ webinar in order to get the replays, not just from today, but from yesterday as well. So Candice, do you have a final thought before we move on to our next speaker?
So my final thought or my final words will be is to show up and show out. Invest in it. Invest in the education. Invest in the knowledge. Invest in yourself so that you can show up and show out for those who need you. You now have contact and you are connected with experts who can help you. There's no reason and there's no excuse. It's on you. So make a move or get out the way.
Wow, Warren calling them out. Warren in the chat say, who hasn't shared yet, help your community out. Guys, and the Black Code starts November 9th. You got to be there to give yourself an opportunity. bit.ly/BLAQ code. And Candice made a comment. She said, Coach, want to talk to you. I don't want to talk to you unless you're ready. bit.ly/call with Coach. Don't schedule my time to say, Coach, I'm trying to get my money right. Because I put 3 kids through private school for 5 years on a $20,000 a year salary. Their school was $18,000. Don't ask me how I did it. I was the queen of the hustle. I did it by any means necessary. So when you tell me you struggle to come up with $99 a week, forgive me if I don't have the empathy. I told a story earlier in the volunteer meeting of how I grew up in a house with 12, 14 people in it and 4 bedrooms and 2 bunk beds in every room and double people in some of the twin beds. And so if you give me a choice of going out here in a free democracy society and making as much money as I can versus sleeping on top of each other, like Scarface said, 2 by the foot, 2 by the headboard, it's a no-brainer for me. But there's certain things you don't know that will take you to where you want to live, and you got to be willing to investigate the knowledge. That's a wrap. I was born like that. I'm zero tolerance, zero excuses. I went through a divorce that could have left me and my children homeless, but it didn't, because I packaged everything I had into a ball and stood on the corner every day and offered it to whoever passed. See, there is no pride when it comes to broke. Some of y'all are too proud to ask for help. You'd rather your business go under. You'd rather stay at a job forever. There is no pride when it comes to broke. There's only salvation. There's only being humble enough to say, let me in, coach, I can play. That's it. That's all. By any means necessary, whatever the cost. That's what Malcolm X said. By any means necessary. Will you change your life? You're free to do so at any time. I talked to somebody earlier, 45 years old, single, no kids, no man, struggling. I asked him, how long will you stay there? Because I'm telling you, my kids right now, Hope and Faith, are going to school in my Bentley. And what I mean by that is I just cut a check for $1,800 for Faith's tuition today, $1,600 for Hope's tuition, $750 for Hope's rent, and $650 for Faith's rent. Today, every month, between the 1st and the 3rd, I break bread, $5,000 for my kids to live and go to school. Cash money, no grants, no student loans. No student loans. They take my Bentley to the campus. And the only reason I can do that is because I fought my way out of corporate America. I would have never been able to afford that, making 6 figures a year. So you got to ask yourself, what are you really afraid of? What are you really afraid of? Are you afraid your life going to get better? Baby, you afraid what people going to say about you? Unless you paying bills over here, I really don't care. I care what Troy say because he pay bills. And that is pretty much where it starts and stops. And that's it. That's it. I've had chances where I said, baby daddy, I need to get this book to the publisher. And he come home with $1,000. I don't ask where it come from. But if they ain't paying no bills over here, I'm not worried. You guys are worried about the wrong things. Thank you, Candice. You've been amazing. I appreciate you. I ain't going to keep y'all all night. Go ahead and bring up my next hitter, Alto V's.
Definitely.
The money gone, Warren. Oh, my God. So while you bringing up the next hitter, me, Warren, Roberto, and Troy were in Vegas. And we're getting ready to go to Gordon Ramsay's steakhouse in Paris. It's called Steak or Knife or something simple. Fork or something. And Troy put a 20 in this machine, and it did this flash, and the money was gone. And when we walked over to him, that's all he could say. The money gone. Hey, Allison. You gotta take her off mute.
Yeah. Did I mute myself? Okay, there we go. Can you hear me? Mic check.
We can. Mic check.
Listen, girl, I'm over here taking notes. I'm over here. I ain't even in a hustle, but I'm ready to find a new hustle and overcome.
Allison, you over there? Now, wait a minute. Now, don't make me call you out, Allison. So, you is not over there taking. Wait a minute. So when I came into the game,
my notes.
Girl, ain't nobody trying to see that, Allison. Ain't nobody trying to see that.
You ain't got to lie. Look at
Ain't nobody trying to see that. So when I came into the game, y'all, I got my bracelet on that said I like long walks to the bank.
Come on now.
So when I came into the game, I'm gonna tell you who my idols were. Allison was one of them, and she don't know it. I've been watching her so long that it's crazy. I've been watching Nikki so long. Like this whole telesummit that you guys, you get to see my idols. Darius, Shay and Trevor. You get to see the people that I watched when I had 300 followers online. These were the folks that were then and still are absolutely positively slaying the game. And I just wanted to be like them when I grew up. That's all I wanted to be. That's all I wanted to be. And so I hid. I was one of them, like some of y'all do me, lurking in the shadows, you know, watching me from the bleachers, eating popcorn and drinking your soda, and just saying one day I want to get in the game. But unlike you, I was like that man that on the football field and just take off all his clothes and run off onto the field naked. That was me. And I said, you can't do nothing but put me out. I'm here and I'm not going anywhere. And I'm still not. So, Allison, I've watched you at least the last 4 years, minimum. I can almost tell you every hairstyle, every body shift. I can tell you all of it. And so when she reached out to me not too long ago, but I'd already sent her a message that was just like sitting in her other, because we weren't friends. And we played tag on Facebook, and she said, I'm going to send you an inbox message. So she sent me an inbox message, which I'd already sent her one. I ended up telling how long ago. But I was like, girl, I had already reached out to you, but you know, I was in the other.
Come on, don't play, Danielle.
In that other box.
And don't do the theatrics with it.
I'm just saying. I'm just being honest. So she was like, hey, boo. And I'm like, hi. But yeah, that message had already been there, baby, for a minute. So super happy to just have you grace our presence. Also, Visa is my real host. She gives real introductions. You know, I have to introduce people from where I knew them from. You understand what I'm saying? But Alto V, she gives real introductions. So guys, if you have not shared the video, share the video. You know, that's the price of admission. That's what we do around here. We invite other people. We text folks and we tell them to get on. And Alto V, so I'm going to give it to you so you can officially, so you can be official, like referees and whistles. So you can officially.
Well, while we getting ready, I need you to stop and restart the speaker.
You sure do.